that's what you get for not paying attention, but, make lemonade. Hi, I'm miltonchang of Bonsaiheirloom. I would like to do the second Prostrata juniper that I dug up from my field that I planted about 29 years ago to hold the slope, 1 gallon size. And this one is growing more prostrate, befitting its name, Prostrata juniper, whereas the other one that I just did is much taller. And so today, again, it's grew fairly untidy, and I tried to make lemonade out of lemon to see what I can do with it. And I hope you'll bear with me, and hopefully we all learn something together. So with that in mind, then let me get to work. The first you do is you get rid of all of the branches that you will never use. So I may seem very careless in cutting them back quickly because I don't want to hold you up on your video. But on the other hand, it's a fairly thoughtful cutting because I've done enough of it to gain experience, know what not to do. And when in doubt, I leave a little bit extra length so that it can grow back and recover. So again, cut back to see where I'm going with this. And always when in doubt, always leave little stuff because it may grow back, you may change your mind. But for sure, you will make the stuff into gin, which is quite easy to do in the summertime when the juices are flowing. So what I basically see, that's why I feel quite okay to clip it fairly quickly, is that this tree has a possibility of an upright tree starting from here, let's say at this angle, informal upright Miyogi style. Again, I don't know why we always go back to Japanese names, but that's a good starting point. And then it comes up, and that's kind of a cascade. In fact, it can go all the way down if I want to be drastic. And then, I don't know, this could be the apex, although I'm not sure, maybe I already cut off too much. I'm not sure these will shoot out, but I'm sure it will. And then if not, I'll probably use this part to make the apex. Although again, there's not much growth up here, so it looks so tenuous, but something will pop out, and even one little branch pop out, that can become the apex. So I shouldn't be worrying too much about it. And if need be, this have no apex but come out of here to be really drastically different, that's okay. So Prostrata juniper is a very nice material which we'll offer later this year because it has got very interesting curves for you to take advantage of. And I never did any wiring or anything, but you can see these are the interesting curves I wound up getting. So I think the top is pretty clear. Look at a lot of all the leaves that's collected. It's hard to see where the tree is going. And it would have grown much better without all the silly leaf falling on it for 30 years. But, that's what you get for not paying attention. But, make lemonade. So this tree definitely is going too far that way. So I think that's a not unreasonable compromise. Although this got a little interesting curve and a bent. So look at this. Prostrata juniper is very easy to do by cutting because there's the institutional, I think it's called, hidden buds. You can see the little bumps when you put it in water. In a sense, when it gets moisture, it will root out. So this basically touched the ground, and you can divide it into several trees. And for that matter, this could be an instant clump. So bonsai is fun. You can make your own material. And again, I'm going to save all these roots to plant it down so that they will grow faster. Well, you see, there really isn't much I can do. There's no branches here, but it's quite possible if I cut it, something will come out. Usually junipers don't do that, but just in case there's a hidden bud, then it would green out. But if not, then the tree would have to be using that as the apex. The tree will come over like this, go up, and that's the apex. And then the rest of it is a tree. And like this branch has no bud, so I'm going to save this to hopefully it'll force some bud to grow below and then become a branch to make into a tree. So I'm going to be cute by saving some of these dead branches to make interesting looking gin. So this could be a very, very nice tree. Let me spend a few more minutes and I think you will see what I mean. So this tree is done. Let me show you what I have in mind, my vision of the tree. It's always begin with a vision. This actually can be quite a spectacular tree because it's unusually shaped. You can see this trunk comes up this way, goes back, and that's the apex. And this could be all dead wood, maybe shortened. And for sure, this needs to be shortened. But I was hoping this will pop out because right now there's nothing growing, so the branch may die off. So I can see this is the front. Look at that. So look at this tree. I dug up quite randomly from the ground. I have no idea what I can turn it into. But this tree is coming up like this with a big base, and it comes up like this, and this did a little turn, and that becomes the apex. And these will all become gin. And then you can see the natural flow of the cascade with a double trunk, really, a top and a bottom. And I need to play with this. I have no idea what I'll do with it. But I don't like this straight, so I cut it off. Right, I'd rather bend this one to give it a curve, not a straight trunk like this one here. So look at that. What beautiful tree this will become in a few years. I mean, it's really, comes up like this. Right? I mean, to me, it's capitalizing on the nature's characteristic and make it into something drastic. And look at the base. It's going to be this big with an interesting split. I think this is going to be quite a showpiece. But, it's a material in the raw. Doesn't look like very much, but hopefully it will become something. So basically, this is one of the two Prostrata juniper that I planted 38 years ago in the ground. So what I want to show you today is develop a long-term plan, long-term vision, patience to get the trees you really like. And so the idea is to let it grow, do a little bit of pruning to shape so that it wouldn't let it be too far gone to be irretrievably grown out of shape. Although that never happens, you can always creatively do something different. And then cut it back drastically to capitalize on the natural form, and then let it grow back using the so-called additive manufacturing technique. So that's a clip and grow method. And you can get drastic in a sense of unusually different trees using your creativity. And following the traditional method, which is very good, you have good assurance that you will have a good-looking tree. because you are following the traditional design that's proven to work. But it precludes you from having really drastic trees that are uniquely different. You can be as drastically as you like, because so long as you can explain why it got there by the forces of the nature. And that's what is bonsai, what should be. And that should be our American style of bonsai, free-flowing, creative, anything goes, so long as it's a good taste. But on the other hand, you know, your tree is your tree. You can do anything with it so long as you like it. So again, it's a very freeing with that kind of attitude rather than following a bunch of rules. And so I hope you enjoy your bonsai and join our community of Bonsai Heirloom because we preach bonsai as a great hobby. Well, thank you very much for watching today's video. Subscribe to our channel and tell a friend. And most importantly, go to our website and sign up to become our VIP so that we can send you announcements of special considerations. Thank you very much. See you next week.